Hi there, it's Aaron from VirtuWorks here with another quick tech video. This episode we're going to cover the MSP Control Agent software, its functions, setup, and use for troubleshooting missing resources. Our MSP Control Agent has been designed in-house over the past decade to facilitate provisioning of resources such as drive mappings and remote applications, configurations such as email signatures and profile preferences, monitoring of system health such as OS and hardware errors, performance metrics such as storage, availability, and RAM usage, and deployment of software packages such as antivirus and anti-malware applications. Intended to run in the background on user PCs, great care has been taken to ensure that the agent uses minimal resources in performing its tasks with little to no impact on system performance. The agent also makes user privacy a priority and does not monitor, collect, or store browsing history, website passwords, account numbers, or other personal information. Let's dive in. Installing the agent is very straightforward and can be performed in under 5 minutes in most cases. Before beginning, be sure to have your email address and password handy. If you do not know or have forgotten your password, use the Forgot Your Password link located at https://access.virtuworks.net, link below. Keep in mind that once reset, you will have to enter that new password on your mobile and desktop email clients to reconnect them. Open a browser window and navigate to mspcontrol.org/downloads with an S. Once the page is loaded, you will see a list of download links towards the upper portion of the page. Click the link marked MSP Control Device Agent. Once the download has completed, run the installer. Accept the end user license agreement if you agree to the terms and hit the next button. Hit next once again and you will be prompted to supply the email address and password. If your organization utilizes more than one email domain, apply the email that you would typically use to authenticate your VirtuWorks services. Then hit the next button. If the credentials are accepted, the machine will prompt for elevated permission to install the software. Hit the OK button. If the prompt is requesting username and password, you may need to get in touch with your office manager or HR rep for them to enter that info, or request assistance from VirtuWorks using the standard protocol for opening a support ticket. If this is the case, the installation can be canceled at this time and resumed later with the technician's help. Once the software has finished installing, it goes through a period of connecting and configuring the assigned resources for the signed-in user. The process typically takes less than 2 minutes, and you will notice a few new icons appearing on your desktop, similar to these. Unless your company utilizes remote applications, those folders will not contain any icons or data. If your company does employ remote apps, and your job role dictates that you have been assigned access, the folder labeled VirtuWorks in blue with our logo will contain all the remote resource links. In the section of your desktop at the bottom right by the clock, there is typically an arrow that can be clicked to expand the system tray, displaying an icon for each of the applications that are currently running on the machine. You should now see some new icons here as well. Without exception, there will be a blue icon for the VirtuWorks logo, which is the agent software itself, another VirtuWorks logo, but in orange, which is the agent that allows VirtuWorks technicians to remote into your computer for support. Also, a green dot with a W should be present. This is the WebRoot antivirus agent. Right-click the WebRoot icon and select Refresh Configuration. WebRoot will likely have also requested your email address for activation. Be sure to uncheck the box that allows WebRoot to send marketing emails to the address you supply unless you're interested in such things. So now that we've completed the installation of the MSP Control Agent software, let's take a look at what it does. Essentially, the agent is a set and forget application. Once installed and signed in, it will typically carry out its assigned tasks without any intervention from the user. But in some instances, issues outside of your company and VirtuWorks can cause disruptions to the software, specifically access to remote applications and/or mapped WebDAV drives. Double-clicking the blue icon will bring up the MSP Control interface. The interface is purposefully simple and only makes available functions that users typically require to resolve minor issues with the agent, such as the loss of map drives, outdated agent versions, password changes, and etc. At the top, in the box labeled Credential Manager, is where the user's email address and password will be displayed. Take note of the right corner of the password box. If all is well, you'll see Connected in green. Any issues with the credentials will display an error in red. If you're unable to get the username and password to be recognized and marked as connected, double check all your spellings. Also ensure that the caps lock is not active while typing the password. The next block is labeled Repair Settings with 2 buttons available. The Repair Settings button will basically wipe the current configuration and then reconfigure from scratch. The second button, arguably the most useful, will remap network drives should they not be accessible in the This PC portion of Windows Explorer. The process takes between 15 and 45 seconds. A notification will alert you to whether the connection was made or failed. A failed connection will likely require assistance from VirtuWorks, but it always helps to do a reboot of your system first. The software agent updates itself via the VirtuWorks system, but in the event that the version is showing a deprecated version, the Check for Updates button will generally clear that up and allow you to manually run the new update. You can tell what version your update is currently on by checking the bottom right corner of the MSP Control Autopilot window. Remember, you access this by double-clicking the blue icon in the system tray. For more information regarding the individual services provided and managed by the MSP Control Agent, subscribe to and browse the VirtuWorks YouTube channel. So that's the MSP Control Autopilot software in a nutshell. Once properly installed and signed in, it will do its job in the background, maintaining and monitoring the resources defined by the MSP profile for that user and PC. Be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel for more. If you want to be notified whenever we publish a new video, be sure to hit the notification bell. Once again, my name is Aaron, and thank you for joining us today.